my mother and the landlady. But anyway, I digress. What I want to say is this. When you read books about the time of Revelation, people get all excited and scary and da-da. It's not. It's not at all. And I'll tell you why. The Air Force, a little while ago, released their film, of unknown spacecraft. Did you see that? All right. Well, they look different, they fly different, blah, blah, blah. It's fair to say what we call UFOs, unidentified flying objects. No one on Fox or anywhere else got excited and jumped up and down, even people who are into this stuff. That leads me to something. Just like when Jesus did miracles. You know, everyone gets mad at Jefferson because he wrote the Bible saying the miracles were no big deal or whatever. But back then, people got used to the miracles, right? And it didn't stop Jesus from being killed, right? So here's a guy that can actually do it, and sorry. The point is, it's to our security and on one side, and frankly, to not judging correctly, that everything becomes normal. Whatever environment you're in becomes normal. Nothing was brought home more in that sense. Films that were made in German concentration camps by people of the guards and having parties. This is normal. Now, it's not normal, friends, to kill millions of people, okay? I get it. But it's not normal to see flying saucers. But when that film came out, and it was a real film with real whatever, I haven't heard a word since. The point is, what's really scary about the book of Revelation is that time period, however it manifests itself, will appear to everyone as normal. And that's how people get deceived or do bad judgment, because it's normal. So, I just want to say that. All right.
Okay, but what about Corinthians, where we're in now?
Right.
Well, isn't that the discussion? And not of a book we're not reading?
Yeah, but I just wanted to point that out.
I know, but now we're going to come
Well, let's bring it to Corinthians.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do this. Think of Corinthians as a time where they really took these sexual issues seriously. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal, okay? Now, in the society, as things have progressed, it's not.
No.
It's not. You know, your mother or father won't say, don't do it, be more of a, they'll just say, protect yourself. You know, and I get that. But the point is, to bring that issue of normality, we have become normalized. When I was growing up, the word gay was never mentioned. Gays were never mentioned. Now,
gay meant happy.
Right. So, but, you know, a lot of things weren't mentioned. Child abuse wasn't mentioned.
No.
Never. Nothing like that. No. Everything, you know, look at the TV shows. Everybody it was Leave It to Beaver, Father Knows Best.
Well, Good Times did touch on it.
Things advanced, that was a little later. Things progressed.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, this is
because anything that you did at home was hush hush, quiet.
Right.
Nobody's concerned but you and the people who live there.
Right.
That's why it wasn't mentioned. Nowadays, all you have to do is look at your kid wrong and they'll yell, you know, abuse.
No.
And you could go to jail for it.
Exactly.
So, it's, I don't know. It's still a touchy subject.
Yeah.
It's still hard to prove. Once you get out into that environment, when you know, have to step forward and shine the light on everything, then all these secrets come out.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's why God says, make sure that your own bed is tidy before you bring it out to the light. And that's why men, don't cheat on your wife. Don't do this. But women, don't do it either. Because whatever you guys are doing privately, will come out in the light. And if you can't be squeaky clean when that light is on you, then you need to stop and look at yourself
Exactly.
and examine yourself. And it doesn't matter what it is.
No.
It's just make sure what you do doesn't harm you, doesn't harm anybody else, and you're fine. As long as it,
Right.
there's so many people out there that take advantage of women or men or, whatever. And it will eventually come out in the light.
Very good.
And no matter how much you try to deny and say it didn't happen, more and more people come out.
Right.
Okay,
All right.
let's pray.
No, I want to say 2 things.
Oh, you're gonna say something now.
I'm going to give some advice. This comes from my mother. My mother was an RN, okay? She inadvertently did 2 things that actually helped us. I'll just explain it. Okay, when she was going to give us the talk, because my dad never was, the talk about sex and all that stuff, she got out medical books and she went through them. It scared us half to death. I really did. I'm serious. No, and she didn't mean to.
I know, but
That's
I was gonna say that's the kind of way I approached it to the girls.
Right.
Wasn't meant to scare them, it just gives them you the fact.
Right.